This video will go through some tips for gathering and editing your elective course overviews, images, or visual content. You can include up to 5 still images that will be playing in the background while your audio overview is being played. Or you could just have a single image if that works for you, but no more than 5 images. Another alternative would be for you to gather visual content by creating a video clip. You could actually do a video clip and have the audio recorded at the same time as a part of the video clip, or you can do the video and your audio separately, and then those can be pieced together quite easily. I can do that. If you want to do anything fancier in terms of production, then you should come in and see me. I'll be glad to work with you and try to help you with that. But it'll be something we need to work on together. But with 5 images and your 20 seconds of audio, I'll be glad to edit this content together into a nice course overview segment. I do encourage you to involve students to take pictures that you'll use in your overviews. In some cases, you could capture images of student works. Maybe you want to take a picture of you. That would be good for identifying you with the course. Just make it a creative project and have fun with it. You can also find images online, but you want to be careful about this. I'm not going to go into extensive detail regarding copyright law, but you need to find images that fall under copyright protections that allow you to use them for nonprofit projects. I'd urge you to use the following site, and that is a site called 500px. If you go to 500px.com/search, this is actually where Noah Puglisi hosts his images. That's one of the ways that I saw this site. I just really liked the number of photos and the quality of the photos that were cataloged here. So if you go there, you can just use the search box at the top to search for different types of photos. And you just have to be creative about what you're searching for. So if you wanted a desk, maybe a school desk, let's see if we find one. I haven't been that specific before searching. Nothing for school desk. Let's try books. Okay, again, they have a lot of nice photos. You'll have to look down through them. If you find a photo that you're interested in, click on the thumbnail. And when you get to the larger photo, you want to hold down your control button or control key on your keyboard and then click on top of the photo. And when the properties box pops up, you want to click on Save Image As, and then just save these out to your desktop. And again, I just number them usually when I'm saving photos out to the desktop. And then continue searching. If that's all you want is one image, then you're done, but you might want to search for something else, like a playground, whatever. Sometimes just searching randomly, you kind of come up with good photos, but you have to decide what you need and what relates to the project that you're doing. Again, click on the photo, hold down the control button, and click on top of the picture, and then say Save Image As. Okay, and I just sequentially number those. Okay, when you're done collecting your photos, if you're getting online photos, those should be out on your desktop. Let's see what I come up with here. So here's my 2 photos, 1 and 2. And there's a couple ways I can get those in there. I can drag a box around both of them, and I can drag them down and just drop them on top of my iPhoto. And that'll actually import them into iPhoto. I can also drag them straight into iPhoto. If I do this, normally what I do is I try to put them into an album, and I need to create those albums first. So I'm actually not going to drop them in anywhere right now. I'm going to instead go up to File, and I'm going to create a new folder. Actually, not a new folder. I want to make sure I'm in iPhoto, and say New Album. And I'd title the album with my course name. So whatever elective course I'm gathering these photos for, that's what I'd do. And then I don't want this photo in there. So now I can actually, I could go back out here to the desktop, highlight the photos, and drag them directly into that folder. Takes a second. And again, I want to get rid of this photo out of here. It's not part of the ones that I brought in. So I'm going to trash that. Okay, and once my photos are in here, the next thing that I'm going to need to do is make sure that these are in the right aspect ratio for display inside of the video format that we're using for the elective course overviews. And to do that, I'm in my album now, and I'm going to click on the first photo in the album, and then down in the left-hand corner here, in the lower right-hand corner, there's an Edit button. I'm going to click on Edit. And under Quick Fixes, it should be on Quick Fixes, but there's 3 tabs up here. I want to go to Crop, and there's a list here of different sizes. I want to pick 16:9 HD. And I want to decide what part of the picture I want to keep once I crop it. So you can resize the area if you grab a corner and drag. And you can also move the area around until you get the part that you want. Okay. Once you have it in position, you can use the arrows here at the top to scroll through and do the entire album. So I'm going to move on to the next picture. And again, if it's not on 16:9, make sure that you switch it to 16:9 HD. And again, you can move the area around. So if I wanted to get this part that was on the wall back here out, I'd probably make this a little bit smaller and then reposition it so that it was just over what I wanted. Okay, once you've gone through all the photos in the album, then you can say Done, or you can just click on the Edit button down here again, and it'll return you back out to the album. Now, all the pictures in my album are resized to that 16:9 aspect ratio. The last thing that I want to do is, actually when I'm starting a project on my desktop, I would create a folder for each one of my electives. So I'd go up to File, New Folder, and then I'd title this the name of the course. And I can use this to store all of the content for my project. One, it will let me export the finalized photos out to that folder, and the other thing that it'll let me do is place my audio file in there, so I have all of the media content that I'm going to be using for the project. So to export your photos out into that folder, what you do is in the album view, go to Edit, select all. You can also use a keyboard shortcut, Command A, and then you're going to go File, Export. And in here, the settings that you want to make are, you want to have it on JPEG, and a lot of times medium is the default that's set on JPEG quality. I would switch that to high. And instead of full size, you want to select Custom, and then for dimension, do width, and make the width no larger than 1000. Okay, and then where it says file name, it's usually on use title, but you want to switch it to sequential, and then you're going to give a prefix for this. And again, I would use the course name. So writing 101 I used. And then export. And it's going to ask you, where do you want to store them? Or where do you want to export them? Again, I want these to go out to the folder for this course on my desktop. You could create a new folder at this point if you haven't yet. There's a button down here in the bottom that would let you, you'd select desktop, and then you could say new folder, and I could call that folder writing, let's just say 102 since I already have one on there called 101, and then say create. And OK. And it exports those photos out. And here's that folder that I created that way. And if I look inside it, I should see. So I would do that, and then if I had an audio file somewhere here on the desktop, I'd grab that and drop that in there as well, so that I have all of my multimedia components gathered together in a folder. My photos, if you took a video clip, you can put that in there, and then your audio. Once you've gathered all of the multimedia content for your elective courses, get a hold of me, and I will come and get it on a flash drive.